guess that means I am live. Session 70 minutes in. That's active. I have no idea why it was displaying that, but okay. This one. There we go. Alright. Just gonna get straight into this. If you're watching over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. And this is a brand new series I'm starting. As you can see, I have some art here. I'm borrowing my friend's drawing tablet, and I'd say it's going decent enough. I mean, it's not like I am the world's greatest artist or anything, but I'd say I'm getting there. Getting the idea through at least. I like this one. I'm proud of this one. So, yeah, with that being said, the idea of today's stream is actually quite simple. I'm going to use AI Dungeon that you can see in the top brain, the top left corner, and we are, as part of my tags is Pokemon, because I was thinking of doing a Pokemon adventure. So I have something in mind for this. I've been playing around with it at work, but yeah. Come on. It's not that one. No, 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 no. Here it is. Alright. So we're gonna start with a blank page. And let's make it A4 vertical. Do I want to make it vertical? Yeah, let's make it vertical. It's technically a comic. What's this? Oh, that's fascinating. Is there different seeds? Or is this just like, oh, here's a template, we hope it works? Can I generate a seed? Or is this just what they give me? No, we're gonna draw our own lines, we're gonna do our own stuff. Right. So here, A4, vertical, create. Awesome. Get rid of that. So let's get started. This is actually pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We just hit play. It's going to ask us a few things. Now, I already have a character idea in mind, so we're going to do that. So we're going to pick Kanto Johto. We're going to pick a Pokemon trainer. Now this is where we start creating some things. I have some ideas. That is for next session that I do coding. I have some ideas. The idea is as follows. We have a male protagonist. He is, let's do a simple one. Heroic and kind. Very, it's not forthcoming. Assertive? What's the word I'm looking for? He is not clumsy, it's not aggressive, it's not assertive. What's the word I'm looking for? It's when someone is damn it. Can you believe it? That I just forget the word like that. It has to do with risks. With taking risks. That's what it has to do with. It has to do with taking risks. And my mind's just not getting the word I'm looking for right now. He's a risk taker. Alright. Then we have a female protagonist. Playful, assertive, competitive. Semi-aggressive, maybe? I don't know how I feel about this playful part. Might not be what I'm looking for. But yeah. And then what we have between these two is... so these two will be rivals. They've known each other for a while. And I'm thinking of giving them both EVs, but I think that might be a little bit confusing because we're talking about the one EV, then the other, then one EV, then the other. What would I do here? I want an EV for the male character. What would I do for the female character? What would be an equally... meaningful starter? That's just listing starters. Alright, here's something. Fandom spots. Our top picks. Let's see what their top picks are. Magby's pretty good. Let's go Vanillites. Vanillite's good. Sandal's actually a really good option, but Sandal's not first gen, so we're skipping him. Togepi, no. Tyrog, no. Rhydon would be interesting. Feel, no. Sweatle, no. Ralts, no. Ruffian, Houndour, ooh. Houndour might be a good choice. Alright, so our male protagonist has Eevee, and the female protagonist has Houndour. That's how you spell it, right? Houndour. Yeah. Alright. So, with that established, names, actually. Not too certain what I want to do for names. We could always change it in the metadata, so that's not too big of a problem. Let's say our name is... I named it John Doe earlier today. Let's do Richard. Richard? No, Richard's too big. Raid's too generic. Wallace is too large. I don't want a Kevin here. Nothing against Kevin's, it's just that the name means a lot for me, so not Kevin. JP, John Paul. It's also John Pierre. Fuck, me and names. I like Caleb. Oh, come on, why are you doing this? I can't change the settings right now. I'll change the settings later. I'm sorry. You guys can't see it. Caleb Hunter. Right? No. What do we want Caleb Hunter to look like? I could always change this later. A lanky boy with brown hair. Don't want him to have brown hair. I can do blonde. Black? Let's do blonde. No, I don't like blonde. Let's do black. With black hair. Brown eyes. Lanky boy with black hair, brown eyes. Wears a jacket, or a striped tee or simple tee. Let's do a simple tee. Simple tee, and wears a red hat. Red hat. Alright, let's do that. So, a lanky boy with black hair, brown eyes, wears a jacket over a simple tee, and wears a red hat. Alright. I guess I need to mention somewhere in there. Actually, no. Onyx jeans. Not the same onyx. This is the color onyx. And wears a black and red hat. Alright, cool. Next. Describe personality. Alright, we have here heroic and kind. And risk taker. Which I still don't actually have the word for it. Hold on, let me search this up real quick. A word for a risk taker. Hard worker, motivator, show off, risk taker. For a person that takes unnecessary risks. Daredevil, adventurer, gambler, hothead, thrill seeker. Let's open up the power thesaurus. Alright. Flirts with danger. Let's take a look. Cheek brings success. Courage do something dangerous. Do crazy things. Do something risky. I know there's a word for this. Alright, let's take a look at word hippo. Audacious, daring, bold, adventurous, venturesome, brave, courageous, adventuresome, carefree, excited, explorative, entrepreneurial, thrill-seeking, daredevil, venturous, reckless, foolhardy, brash, rash, heedless, headstrong, overconfident, macho, ballsy, gutsy, fearless, enterprising, intrepid, dashing, dauntless, nervy, brazen, undaunted, hardy, madcap, impulsive, tremorous, emboldened, free swinging, devil may care, okay, death for glory, death defying, overbold, valiant, heroic, unafraid, hazardous, peppy, have a go, dareful, pushy, plucky, game, sprite, gallant, gutty, gritty, unflinching, doughty, stalwart, lion-hearted, heroical, resolute, stout, lion-hearted again. I don't know why it's mentioned twice. Stout-hearted, man, undoubtedly great-hearted, feisty, mettlesome, swashbuckling, assured, tough, positive, decisive, Spartan, strong, stout-hearted, and nevertheless unabashed, hasty, careless, thoughtless, incautious, precipitate, imprudent, irresponsible. That could be it. Irresponsible. Let's write irresponsible real quick. Responsible, right? Unheedy, brassy, noble, unblenching, tenacious, unfearful, over venturesome, rock-ribbed. Fuck me. Painless, defiant, tiger, sturdy, aggressive, bantam. I thought that was a car. Whatever. Assuming, impaved, determined, indomitable, nightly dodged. No, that's not dodged. Dogged. Impudent, cheeky. Frightless, cocky, manly, assertive, redoubtable, unfearing, forward, gung-ho, sporting, pleasant. What are these words? Powerful, worthy, alarm, fire-eating, hotshot, broke, out on a limb, dynamic, inattentive, headlong, ungoverned, uncumbered, treacherous, mindless, negligent, egoic, indecent, tearaway, regardless, misguided, kamikaze, unthinking, unconsiderate, overventurous, uncareful, breakneck, inconsiderate, uncontrollable, unsmart, hot-headed, foolish, ill-conceived, playing with fire, out of control, ill-considered, irresponsible would be the best word. Alright. So, let's work off of irresponsible. Where is what I'm looking for? That was wrong. Here. So, heroic, once again, sorry you guys can't read. Heroic, kind, irresponsible. Of course, I spelled it wrong. No. 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 Here we go. Here we go. Next, describe any special traits or quirks that defines you. Alright, I like to describe the relationship between my character and the rival in this one, so let's do that. Anyway, that is what's your purpose. Right, so this would be a trait that would define you. Always ready to help. Always kind. Always kind-hearted. Takes unnecessary risks. Unnecessary risks. Right. Next. Rival's name. Names again. Sasha. Sasha Silverhand. Alright. Caleb Hunter. Male. Description. His personality. His quirks. Sasha Silverhand. What's their gender? Female. Describe their personality and attitude. They are playful, assertive, and competitive. Oh, how do I spell all this correct? Alright, your starter Pokemon is Eevee. Rival starter Pokemon. Houndour. What drives you to become a Pokemon champion? Alright, this is where we describe the general reasoning and stuff behind why our two characters are going on this adventure. Since birth, Caleb and Sasha have been rivals. Challenging. I'm also starting to eat, guys, don't worry. Challenging each other every chance they got. One day, they both were watching TV when someone beat the Elite Four and became champion. Since then, it's always been Caleb's goal to become the Pokemon champion. To become the Pokemon champion of Kanto, and naturally Sasha challenged. Alright, that's the backstory. Briefly describe your background and experience leading up to this journey. Caleb has studied hard. He died hard for the day he would finally Trainer. Pokemon Trainer. So that we could have this best chance at becoming the champion of right. Start. Alright. You can hide this now. Where's my pen? I had my pen, and now my pen is missing. Here it is. In the dark. Alright. Oh, sure, I can read this, but I can't read anything else. Oops, I accidentally moved there. Alright. Your name is Caleb Hunter, a brand new Pokemon trainer setting out on your journey to become the champion. You've lived your whole life in Palatown, but now it's time to leave home and make a name for yourself in the wide world of Pokemon. Today is your 16th birthday. Oh, I kept missing that part, actually. Today is your 16th birthday, and it's the day you've been waiting for. After years of dreaming, the time has finally come to receive your very first Pokemon from the famous Professor Oak. You're ready to face the challenge ahead with determination and excitement. Before you step outside, you pause to check your reflection. You're a male. You look like a lanky boy with black hair, brown eyes, wears a jacket over a simple tee, onyx jeans, and wears a black and red hat. 2 dots there. Your personality is best described as heroic, kind, irresponsible. You have a distinctive trait which is always ready to help, always kind-hearted, takes unnecessary risks. I don't like that it does this. It's just my opinion in regards to this part. I don't really actually like that it does this. With a final glance, you head to Professor Oak's lab, where your best friend and rival Sasha Silverhand is already waiting. Sasha Silverhand is a female with a reputation for being playful, assertive, and competitive. Professor Oak greets you both warmly, presents you with a choice. After careful thought, you pick Eevee as your first companion. Meanwhile, Sasha Silverhand chooses Houndour, casting a determined glance your way. With your first Pokemon in hand, your journey begins, but before you head out into the world, think about what motivates you. This grammar is getting me. With your first Pokemon in hand, your journey begins, but before you head out into the world, you think what motivates you to be a trainer. Your ultimate goal is since birth. The grammar is getting to me. Since birth, Caleb and Sasha have been rivals, challenging each other ever since they every chance they got. One day, they both were watching TV when someone beat the Elite Four and became champion. Since then, it's always been Caleb's goal to become the Pokemon champion of Kanto, and naturally, Sasha challenged him to it. You've trained for this moment because of. I'm sorry, hold on. You've trained for this moment because you have studied hard for the. Even like that. Sorry. Hold on. I'm just gonna start from here. Caleb has studied hard for the day he would finally become a Pokemon trainer so that he could have his best chance at becoming the champion of Kanto. Together, you and your Pokemon are ready to face whatever challenges comes your way. The adventure begins now. Caleb Hunter. Professor Oak smiles as he places Eevee in your hands. The small fox-like Pokemon looks up at you with curious brown eyes, its fluffy tail twitching. Sasha Silverhand holds her Houndour firmly, its pointed ears perked forward as she studies both you and Eevee with sharp focus. Now both of you must understand that your journey ahead will be filled with trials and danger, Oak warns, his voice carrying the gravity of his many years of experience. But I have every confidence in your ability, especially with such promising Pokemon by your sides. Sasha grins widely as she taps her hounder's head. Alright, I think this warrants for some art. Brush, black. Do I want to do black? Yeah, let's do black for now. I'll just dole it out later. So, starting, we have a few things. We have Professor Oak, we have Caleb, and we have Sasha. We don't have a physical description for Sasha yet, so this is up for interpretation. So, for now, I think let's do a sketch real quick so we can get an idea of what we want for Caleb. So, that's way too small. That's way too big. Still too small. Yeah, this will work. It's just a sketch. Actually, no. Make it 30. Right. So, I'm going to start with the face here, actually. That's a lot darker than usual. Interesting. So that looks a bit too sad. I need something a little bit more spry, so don't worry, I'll do proper lines another time. It might be a little bit too aggressive. Something like that. Might actually want to resize the eye. Something like that. Back to the brush. I am not having luck with this right now. Why it doesn't matter what I do, it just looks sad the whole time. Redo. Let me grab this. Size, big it up. Don't worry guys, I'll figure it out. That just... How's this? It's not what I'm looking for. It's this one. No. The pencil shades seem to actually bug out the bigger I go on my canvas. Let's go smaller canvas. So that's a bit too small. Yeah, create. Okay, get rid of this one. No, don't save. Alright. Yeah, this is more my speed. And I actually like to lower the opacity a little bit. There you go. Right. So we're not doing 30, we are doing 10. Cool. So few things are going to change. Back here. Right. So this is my general face. Not happy with the size of these things, so let me just quickly and go back here. Yeah, something more like that. Go back here. Bring back my thing. Right. Oh, for fuck's sakes. There you go. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Cool. And I can just remove what I don't need. Alright, hairstyles. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good with hair. So that now we'll do something a little bit more proper over this later. I'm just trying to actually get the general shape down first. So what I want to do for hairstyles actually, now I think about it. So he's got a cap, right? So There's much. Let me grab this. Nobody said I'm a professional artist. Just thought to do this. That's me judging myself. Hold on. Alright, something like that. And then we need hair, so... It was very generic. This is the general idea that I'm going for. As I said, it's very generic right now. I usually tend to draw female characters, but whatever. So, lighten that out. Go for a finer tip. Let's work on one eye. It's still too big. You know, I now realize I have fallen completely silent because I've just gone into focus mode. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah, I'm busy drawing the character Caleb that I just created. So, yeah. I hope the music's at least enough to keep you guys busy, because apparently I am a horrible storyteller. So... supposed to be more bubble-like. And like that. And then this tucks in like this. This tucks in like this. Cool. that. Alright. And keep in mind this is a 16-year-old boy, so not too strong on the jaw lines. We're gonna make it a little bit softer. Too low, too high. I like it. I think that's a good height. Well, there's the face of our Caleb, and I guess we now need a body. Go back here. Where's my pen? Yeah. So, for the body... lanky, so long. I keep losing my... So, there... Right. Right. There's my general skeleton. Get rid of all this nonsense. This again. Let's go back to here so I can actually see my fucking cursor. Right, so chest. Come something like this. dress. Something like that. Cool. Here. Something like that. Okay. Cool. Right. That seems to get the idea across. Alright, so we want a simple tee and a jacket, so I need to draw a jacket and then normal normal jeans, normal tackies. Right, so so jacket. let's take a look. Move this over here. So this piece connects like this. Alright. Which means I need folds here. Something like that. I guess I'll do something like that. Right, something like that. I know the line wasn't intended to be there, but I just feel like it fits, so. Alright, now we have that in place. Mine's a bit too small. It's okay. I'm not redrawing that nonsense. There you go. I'm happy with that. Alright. I think that gets the idea across. Pants is pants. I'm not gonna bother too much with pants. That is something that was supposed to be blocked. Block, yeah. I don't know why that didn't block. So, my idea for the male protagonist. Obviously, I can hide this. There you go. Select the beard clarity. My face, I still need a little bit of working. Male bodies, I also always feel like I could do a little bit more with. Let's draw Sasha. Let's do that. Same settings, yeah. Alright, cool. So for Sasha, let's save this as hello to save this as Sasha. Where am I again? Overhand. Of course, not set in stone. We could always change these. Right. Sasha. I think it's also just very late at night and I don't actually know what I'm doing. General shape of hair. I could give her a pony, but I don't think I'm giving her a pony. Let's do something like that. Something like that. Set this opacity. So remember when I said that I'm way better at drawing women than men? This is exactly the kind of nonsense I was talking about. Should I just change the narrative? Go for female character? You know what? No, I need to learn how to draw men. So I'm gonna keep with it. I might try to redesign uh our Caleb here because I actually don't like what I have going for Caleb. So Caleb's not set in stone right now, but for now. I think the part where I get stuck on is I have the semi-realistic style that I tend to draw with, and that's what throws me out. Is the moment I want to draw anime, my ability just completely goes out of the window. Um, so I'm definitely thinking of just retrying Caleb. Hey, this is why we draw characters. Since we don't know what we're going with initially, we just draft them, see what we think later, and then return to them. I don't like how tall these are. Hmm. Hmm. Still not sure how I feel about this one. It's okay. The art can change as time goes on. Alright. A little bit better. Not entirely what I want yet, but it gets the point across. This was on paper, this would have gone a lot better, I feel. But, yeah. We have our Caleb, we have our Sasha. Is there enough time to draw the scenario? Should I try the scenario another time? I feel like trying the scenario another time. It's been what, an hour 44 minutes? Hour 25 minutes. Yeah, I'm tired. I have work tomorrow. Right. Let's continue the story then a little bit further. Uh, Sasha's screen widens as she taps her Hounder's head. Now I both was on it, but I have this. Let's see here. I'll nod my head with the. I nod my head to Professor Oak. Don't worry. I'm sure. We like her to make sure to train them and isn't that right, Sasha? So he turned to Sasha, seeking her agreement, but she meets her challenge with a confident smirk. Round and ground softly, its glowing red eyes narrowing. I should probably speak up. You turn to Sasha, seeking her agreement, but she meets your challenge with a confident smirk. Her growls softly, its glowing red eyes narrowing as it looks at Evie in your arms. Of course, Caleb, Sasha replies, her tone light but competitive. We both know how this works. We'll train them hard, push them to their limits, and become the best trainers we can be. I just hope Evie can keep up with Hounder's strength. Hounder's growl steepens, its black fur bristling slightly as it bears sharp fangs. Is that a challenge? Why isn't it typing? Is that a challenge? Could technically retry some of these. I have another run that's like 356. Like 356 prompts long of a different adventure. That adventure being this character, Jane Celestia is her name. But yeah. I really actually do wish this was on paper, because I just do better with paper. But I want to get used to the drawing tablet, so we're getting used to the drawing tablet. I think I did a pretty good job here on this. It's just I'm not happy with the face. Here, once again, not happy with the face. I love the eyes. The rest of the face, though, is just not matching for me. I might just end up redoing all this. I like the hair. I don't like this blob here. I might do something about that. Yeah, there's a lot here that I want to change. But yeah, let's read what Sasha's doing. Sasha's grin widens and she bounces on her heels. Excitement and competitiveness burning bright. You know it is Caleb. She says, her voice laced with playful bravado. What do you say? Let's give our Pokemon a taste of what's to come. I bet Houndour can take Eevee in a battle any day. Your rival steps forward, her Houndour crouching low, muscles tense and ears flapping against its skull. Its crimson eyes remain locked on Eevee, who clutches to your arms. Fluffy tail puffed up slightly as if sensing the impending test of wills. this is another complaint I have about AI Dungeon. I feel like sometimes it's too expressive. I understand it has to be expressive. I just feel it's a little bit too expressive, a little too flamboyant. I put Evie down and pipe it up for battle. Let's do this. Let's do this, Evie. I yell. Use quick attack. Let's see. Evie darts forward at your command, its small frame moving with surprising speed as it charges towards Houndour. The brown fox-like Pokemon launches itself through the air, fluffy ears pinned back and determined expression visible despite the blur of motion. Such as Houndour responds instantly, its muscular body twisting to the side just as Evie's attacks connects. I hope it doesn't think that Houndour is Houndour. Just as Evie's attacks connects, the Houndour's dark fur shifts color to a deeper black as it unleashes a rapid-fire series of dark-type scratches. That's not how it works. It's scratch, or there is a dark type scratch, but it's not called that. It's called something else. Each claw swipe tearing through the air with unerring accuracy. Forcing Evie to scramble backwards as sharp talons rake the floor. Evie. This is the fun part, is I could just decide what attacks my Pokemon has. Use Crunch. Let's see what it does. Evie unleashes its jaws with a sharp chomp, snapping at Houndour's hindquarters. As it attempts to close the distance, the Houndour twists away smoothly, its black fur rippling with the flow of energy as it counters with a dark type bite. It's called Crunch. And that Evie's exposed, flying. The impact sends Evie tumbling sideways. It's a small frame rolling across the laboratory floor before it regains its footing. Houndour's attack had found its mark, leaving shallow scratches across Evie's side where sharp fangs had grazed the fur. There's a big chance it thinks this is Houndour, but it's also a big chance that it might have made it a higher level creature. I'm not sure how advanced this person made their stuff. That's okay. We can guide this a little bit. As Evie gets back up. It launches forward again, attempting another quick attack. Aiming straight for the head. I hate that enter's not entering. Actually pissing me off. Eevee's claws blur as it launches forward, aiming for Hounder's head with deadly precision. The black fur Pokemon responds instantly, its body twisting in a way that defies physics as it weaves just out of reach. One of Eevee's four paws grazed past Hounder's snout, but the second strike clipped the edge of its ear, sending a few dark strands of fur into the air. The Hounder snarls, its eyes flashing with an eerie red glow as it retaliates with dark type fire fang. This dark type thing needs to stop. This dark type thing needs to stop. Let's just go back real quick a little bit. Here. Here as well. Scratch attacks. Fuck off. Retaliates with Fire Fang. Move connects, leaving angry red marks along Eevee's side as fangs pierce her flesh. Pull back Eevee to use a potion, and then command it to use Swift. I just think that it is absolutely decimating my Eevee. Like everything else that I've tested up till now, it's usually in my favor, but here it's just like, yeah, you are sucking right now, and I'm not sure if it's because I made it a Houndour. Because if I quickly go here and just like, it's not it. Yeah, here he is. This guy. It's a Houndour. It's not a whatchamacallit. It's not Houndour. It's the prior evolution of it. And it's, as a starter, it is absolutely decimating my Eevee right now. Uncork the fox. Eevee leaps back to you, and you uncork the potion bottle with practiced ease. The fox-like Pokemon accepts the healing eagerly, its small tongue lapping up the restorative liquid, its wounds glistening with fresh pink flesh as the potion magic heals the Firefang's burns. Now then, you murmur, petting your Eevee's head as it finishes healing. Let's see if Swift can hit its mark. Eevee bobs its head in acknowledgement before darting forward again. Its movements almost imperceptible in its sudden acceleration. Houndour growls already in a crouch, muscles coiled tight for the counter attack. Let me take a look at something real quick. How do I? Pragmatic, parasect, Vulpix, Ninetales, Nidoran, Wigglypuff, Audius, Psyduck, Jigglypuff, Growlithe, Venomoth, Sandshrew, Polystorm, Sandslash, Ratcat, Furo, Pidgeotto, Rattata, Ekans, Caterpie, Metapod, Blastoise, Chameleon, Wartortle, Venusaur, Charmander, Barkley, Squirtle, Ivysaur, Croconaw. That's not right. Yeah, that's a Johto Pokemon. Why is that in here? Oh shit. I picked the Pokemon that's not on the list. That's why it keeps getting confused. I thought I was being smart. Feels bad, man. You try to do something and then just get butt in the ass. I could have given her Growlithe. It's true, I could have given her Growlithe. Let's change a few things. Growlithe. Alright. And then I need to change a few things here. So no! Count free. I need to cancel. Fuck off. Erase. 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 Alright. So here this needs to change to Growlithe. Growlithe. Alright. Growlithe. It's rounded ears. Her Growlithe growls. Alright. Um. Your rival steps forward. Her. There it is. Edit. Her. Growlithe. Did I butcher the name? Something in me says I've butchered it. It has to be correct. Do. Alright. I'll put down Eevee and pipe him up. Go get them. I say. Eevee, use quick attack. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe this will go a little bit better now. Eevee bounces forward at your command, its small legs carrying it with surprising speed as it rushes towards Growlithe. Sasha crouches slightly, feeding instructions to her Pokemon in a low voice. Tackle it out of the way. Oh, fuck. It's still on the Houndour thing. Let's retry. Come on, I changed the metadata. Okay, there. Alright. Eevee dogs forward, its small body moving with surprising speed as it closes distance between it and Growlithe. Its fur fluffs up slightly as it launches itself at your rival's Pokemon, aiming to score a quick hit. Growlithe shifts at the last moment, its thick body twisting to avoid the full force of the attack. The smaller fox-like Pokemon collides with Growlithe's side, scratching a shallow mark along its muscular flank. Sasha chuckles as she watches the exchange. Good start, Eevee, she calls out, patting Growlithe's head. I think the AI is drunk. Alright, let's change this. Fuck's sakes. Good start. Growlithe. She calls out, patting Growlithe's head. Alright. Eevee. Follow it up with Scratch. I hope the AI takes a turn at least, because it has a tendency to not do that. Eevee claws flash as it follows up with a scratch, raking down Growlithe's side. The large Pokemon snarls as it's caught off guard, its thick fur protecting it from the worst of the blow, but not fully deflecting the damage. A small red mark appears on its flank, and it stumbles slightly from the suddenness of the attack. Growlithe, don't get hit so easily, Sasha calls out. Competitive spirit rising, Growlithe recovers quickly, shaking off the attack as it lets out a deep, rumbling growl, the sounds carrying a threat as it crouches lower, its body coiling with energy. You know what? I'm gonna give it a turn because she's not taking a turn. Without hesitation, Growlithe lunges forward much faster than its size would suggest. Its jaws snap shut, aiming to clamp down on Eevee's foreleg. Your small fox Pokemon is forced to twist away at the last second, the thick fang grazing the fur and leaving a patch rough but untorn. Sasha grins, stepping forward as Growlithe circles Eevee, clearly readying the fight. Reading the fight now. Eevee's quick, but not quick enough. I completely messed this AI up. Enough for Growlithe's bloodline, she taunts. Looking at you, Growlithe used bite. The young edit. The young Growlithe snaps forward, teeth bared and ready. Eevee, use counter. I don't know if this is legal. Let's see what happens. The air between them crackling with tension, and just as Growlithe snaps, sharp teeth would have closed on Eevee, your fox-like companion moves. A subtle pulse of blue light flashes across his Eevee's body, counters aura forming around him, ready to redirect any physical attack back at the source. Then the collusion, Growlithe's bite connects with nothing, and instead a blue energy ripple slams into its powerful frame. The force sends Growlithe stumbling backwards, skidding briefly on the smooth floor of the lab. Not bad. Now, use quick attack. I keep forgetting that doesn't work for some reason. Eevee moves fast, a blur of movement as it closes the distance again. Growlithe is still stumbling from the counter, its footing unsteady, but it reacts with a low growl, muscles tensing. Eevee slams into its shoulder first, sending Growlithe tumbling sideways. The large Pokemon skids across the lab floor, leaving scratches in the polished surface as it fights to regain his footing. Sasha curses under her breath, a rare moment of frustration crossing her face. Growlithe, don't get pushed around. She snaps, her competitive spirit flaring. She adjusts her stance, watching the fight intently as her Pokemon struggles upright. Not looking good there, Sasha. Sasha doesn't answer right away. Her eyes stay fixed on her Growlithe as it claws at the floor, trying to regain balance. The sound of its paws skid across the tiles. The sound of its paws skidding across the tiles filled the lab, sharp against the silence that follows your words. She finally exhales, forcing a confident grin that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Don't get cocky, Caleb. This is only round one. You grin, crouching beside Eevee, murmuring encouragement. That's the spirit. Growlithe will keep fighting. You know how determined Sasha is. No, he doesn't. It's the first time Eevee beats her. Edit. This piece is garbage. Right. Growlithe will keep fighting. Your words seem to reach Eevee, who flops up slightly, tail giving quick flicks. I don't know how many attacks I've used by now. This feels illegal. Use Swift. Oh. I think this is the last prompt and then I'm gonna go. Eevee focuses inward with just a moment, its fur seeming to ripple as it gathers energy for the attack. Then, in a burst of speed, it darts towards Growlithe. Growlithe again, this time leading with a precise motion. Swift releases a series of rapid-fire blows that land almost too quickly to track. The strikes land in quick succession, each one drawing a shallow red mark across Growlithe's side. The large Pokemon snarls, trying to defend itself, but Eevee is relentless, darting from side to side as it delivers the barrage. Sasha scowls, watching as Growlithe is forced to retreat under the onslaught. Alright. Right, I can finish this, but it's also like 11 o'clock, and it's been almost 2 hours now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's been almost 2 hours. Right, so the idea today was that I would draw as I go, but I'm clearly not used enough to the tablet yet. Like, let's take a look at this. Like, what even is this? I'm not happy with any of this that I have going on here. Like, I like the eyes as on its own. Here, I like the body on its own. I like what I did with this hand. This is a good hand. This was a good hand. A lot could improve here. It's not that I don't know how to draw. I wonder if I can connect the camera real quick. That is the mic, this tablet. Sorry guys, just give me a second. This one. I can hide that. And then just... Then I can add video capturing device, add existing this one. Thing drunk. What's wrong? There you go. It's a bit big, but for the purpose of what I want to do, actually, this is fine. Right. I can draw. So, yeah, this is an example of some of the stuff I've drawn before. Can't show that. So it's not that I'm incapable of drawing, I'm just not used to the tablet. So yeah, I'm just going through some of my best examples. Not this one. This one's a bit too bloody. I don't think I can show that. Oh, here's a good one. Here's another good one. It's a lot of details, so yeah, that's just to prove I can do this. Is there anything else I could show? Here. Some good angles. It's just gonna take some practice, some getting used to. I wonder if there's anything in here that I could show. Yeah. There's obviously another project that I'm like busy with. No, 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 no. Some faces I've been practicing. So yeah, I'm just not used to things. Here's another huntress. This one doesn't have a... Oh, fuck's sakes. Okay. This one doesn't have a specific name. It's just a huntress. Of course, trying to practice male anatomy. I'm not entirely happy with what I did here, so... I wish I had some of my older stuff. I tend to throw my art away. I don't know why. Is there anything else that I could maybe show? No, I think that's it, actually. Everything else is either 18 plus or thrown away. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. If you stuck out with me this entire time, as I said, this was supposed to be a raw as the story goes type thing. Yeah. I'm just not used to the tablet yet. It's a bit awkward because it's like I obviously put the tablet away now, but like the tablet's here and I'm drawing like this while staring like this. It takes some getting used to, but it's just something I'm trying. I think a lot of this is gonna get cut out anyway, so. But I'll see in regards to the programming if I could get back to it on Saturday with the things that I said I wanted to do, and that is this stuff. Oh, right, my face is in the way. This stuff. Hopefully I can get to all of it. I'd at least like to do these 3 things. The UI can come later. I'd like to at least do these 3 things. Once I have those 3 things done, it should be very easy. I might come back to this series. I don't know. It's not my drawing tablet. I'm borrowing it from someone. I'd like to come back to the series. I might just make it a YouTube series. I'll see how it goes. Maybe draw 1 art piece, read the story over the art piece. I don't want to like I could generate AI art, but I don't want to do that. That just I can draw. I don't see why I need to generate AI art. So yeah, um, I am starting to pull amps. Getting very tired here, so I think that's gonna be it for tonight. So thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. If you have any advice, please comment. And